Okay, sorry about that. I had to change rooms. My husband came home from work and I just needed to move into another room. So, the last thing that I wanted to bring up and talk about was the article. I don't get to choose the articles. Um, they are chosen for this class, which is okay because it's good to get different perspectives and opinions and try and see how they fit within your opinion, or if you don't agree. There's a lot of really good discussion about this. What I would like to encourage everyone to do is look at the idea of isolation, also pairing with the concept with the disease of addiction. So I may use, and I may have a choice to use at first, and all of this kind of working together. I may have a choice to use at first, develops into an addiction because I don't have good coping skills to use, and especially if there's been some kind of trauma or disconnection in my life in the past, then that would cause me to continue this use because I'm searching for something and I can't find it within myself and I'm looking for it in all the wrong places. So when we try and get somebody into recovery, we need to help them to obtain and maintain that that new way of being or that excitement, giving them something to live for, to be excited about, and to go through kind of the really terrible parts of recovery where, the distress tolerance is so low that we're just trying to find something to help us feel better. And sometimes that's possible and sometimes it's not. So recovery, we have to give enough support so that we make sure that the people know that it's worth it to stay in recovery and deal even through some of the yucky things that we deal with. And one of the there's a couple of points that people made that I thought were really good. One is that, it talks about environment, and there's a lot of people who use and have an addiction, and this isn't for everybody because different people have different stories, but a lot of people who use have an addiction, and they may go away to treatment, and for 90 days they do amazing because they are in another place, they are safe and they are secure. And then they are put back into their home lives. And if things have not changed, if it is not safe, if it is not secure, if there are still some of the traumatic things going on or the uncertainty that's happening, and there's not a true sense of a reason why somebody would want to stay in recovery, then they're not going to do it. So we have to support with that connection piece. The other part to consider with that, and the other part that someone brought up was the pandemic. This has really affected people a lot because there's so much loneliness involved. So many people who are even really solid in their recovery have considered using, if not used. We've seen alcohol rates and substance use rates increase. There's higher rates of overdose and suicides. Mental health is just out of whack right now. So I would actually bargain to say that any kind of mental health diagnosis or behavioral health concern is a struggle when people are looking to feel less isolated and more connection with other people. And again, I'll go back to this all the time. We are the embodiment of Christ on a cross. We are the people who give that connection. We give connection. We don't give judgment. We give love and support. We don't hurt others. Jesus was there. He was at the table with people. He didn't, sit there and berate them. He said, come join me. Come be with me. And if you're with me, then you don't need anything else. And that speaks to people and it changes people. So something to consider. All right, guys, great job this week. And I look forward to continuing our discussion boards. Well done.